Hello fellow classmates. Today I'm going to show you how to make gravity for your game. So as you can see, I programmed this little cat and he can do wall jumps. It's basic gravity and that way it doesn't look all blocky and stuff. So yeah, let's make this gravity. Gravity you can use in a lot of different types of games, and you will be using it in the story game that you will make eventually. Alright, so let's make this. Okay, so the first thing you are going to do is either pick out or draw your character. You can pick one out from the library down here, or you can click on the paintbrush to draw one, but I am just going to keep this cat. Alright, now let's get right on to talking about making the gravity. Oh, by the way, if you do not want this cat, to delete this cat, you just go up here, click on the scissors, and then click on the cat. But since I want that cat, I won't do that. Alright, so first we want to go to the brown events category and add a when start clicked block. So that means it'll go when you press start. Alright, then we're going to go into the purple looks category and grab a show because eventually you may want to get into, okay, when he touches red, then you want him to hide away. So that way when you press start, he will always show. Alright, then we want to click our start. Actually, before we do that, let's draw our ground. So pick one color that you want to be your ground. I think I'm going to do black as my ground. To make your background, you're going to go down here and click on backdrops. Then you're going to go up here and click on backdrops. And I use this rectangle tool, but you can use the line tool or anything else. And I'm going to fill it in, and my ground is just going to be a black ground, like so. And I'm just going to cover all the walls. You don't have to, but then again, your cat will fall off the screen. So I recommend covering all the walls. And also, you don't have to do it like this. You can do the background of whatever your game's going to look like. But this is just basic gravity. Alright, and then also we're going to add an obstacle in there, just so we can test stuff out. So I'm just going to add a rectangle right in the middle of the screen there. So, we can test to make sure it won't go right through it and stuff like that. Alright, then we're going to go back to the cat. Moving down maybe a little bit. And now let's start coding. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the orange data category, and we're going to do make a variable. This variable we are going to call y. The reason we're calling it y is because it'll act as our y type coordinate down here. Because we're going to be doing some special stuff with that, so then you're going to press OK. And then we're going to make one more variable that we're going to call x. Alright, perfect. So there are our y and x variables. As you can see, they show up here, but we can get rid of that later. Alright. So then we're going to go into the yellow control and grab a forever loop. So, forever means, it'll happen forever. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go back into the data section, and we are going to grab a set y. We're going to grab the set block in the data section, so we're going to bring that out. And we're going to bring another one out, because we will need two. So, the first one we will do y, and the second one will be x. So the second one we can leave at 0, but the first one we're going to turn into -1. We'll find out later why. Alright. Now what we are going to do is we're going to work on doing that forever loop. So, to start out, what y and x will do is they can give us more freedom to use y and x, and then at the end, we'll just say this, whatever this number is, will be the same as whatever the y position is, and the same with x. Alright, let's do that. So, we are going to grab we are going to go and we are going to grab a change. We're going to grab this change by block, and we're gonna bring that into the forever loop, and we're gonna change it to the X one, and we want it to always be changing the Y by negative, by negative 0.5. So it'll always be going down this way. It'll always be dropping. All right. Now let's add in something that's saying that y will be whatever this variable y is. So we're going to go into the blue motion category, and we are going to grab a set or change y by. So we're going to grab this change y by and bring it out right under there. And then we're going to go back into the orange data category, and we're going to do change y by and drag out this y block. So then if we press start, we'll drag our cat up here and press start. It's going down. Perfect. Let's stop it. Alright, but it's falling right through the floor. We need to fix that. So, to do that, we are going to go into control, and we are going to bring out this if block. So we will drag that right inside of there, right under that change y by block, and then we will go into the light blue sensing category. Then what we will do is we will grab this touching color block, drag it out, put it right in there, and we're going to click on that, and that'll give us a little eyedropper. So what you want to do from there is you want to click on the color of your ground, and it will go in there. So what we want to do is we're going to go back into the blue motion category, and we're going to grab a another change y by block. So we're going to grab this change y by. So we're going to drag that in there. And then we're going to go into the green operators section. While we are in there, we are going to grab this multiplying block, is what it looks like right here, the circular multiplying. We're going to bring that right in here. And what we are going to do to that is then we're going to grab data, and we are going to grab this y. We're going to, whoopsies, try and get that in that circle there. And then on the other side, we're going to do -1. Alright, let's try that out. So now, as you can see, it'll sit on there. So, yeah. So let's say we stop it, then we'll press start, it'll fall, and then stop right on there. Perfect. Alright, then after we do that, as you can see, it starts to float up, and look what it's still doing. So what we want to do to fix that is we want to grab this set data block, and we're going to drag that out right here. We're going to do set, and we're going to do y, and we're going to do set y to 0. Now let's try it. Alright, it landed, and now it's back at 0, and it's still not moving. Perfect. Alright, next what we are going to do is we want to make sure we can move, left and right. We'll get to the jumping later, but for now we're just going to do left and right. Alright, so we're going to go into the control section, and we're going to grab this if-else block. We're going to drag that right up. We want that to be right before this block. This if-else should be right before this change y by block. Alright, we're going to go into the light blue sensing category, and we're going to do this key press down block. And we're going to bring that out, and we're going to grab it and put it in there. And we are going to turn that into right key. So if right arrow is pressed, then whatever will happen. Alright, so what we want to do is we want to go into the motion category, and we want to grab this point in direction. So we're going to take that and we're going to put that right in there. And then also we want to go to data and grab one of these change by blocks. So we're going to drag that out and we're going to keep it at change X, and we want to change it by 1, which it is already at. So let's press start. Alright, so we're pressing the right key, but nothing's happening. The reason for that is it doesn't know what change X by 1 means. It doesn't know that that means we want to go right. So what we have to do is we got to go into the motion category, and we have to grab this change X by block, and we're going to put it right under that change Y by block. And not by 10, we want to change it by, go into data, and we want to change it by X. We'll bring it in there. So now we'll take this cat, we'll do, whoopsies. Alright, let's try this. So then if you press the right arrow, it'll move that way. But did you see it kept moving that way? And it kind of slid along? Here, we'll look at it again. See how it's just sliding along? We'll figure out how to fix that later. Alright, so just stay tuned. Alright, then we're going to go back into the control section and we're going to grab this if block. We're going to drag that right into the else section right here, and then we're going to go into the light blue sensing category. Then we're going to grab another key press block, put it right up there, and we're going to grab a left arrow. So click that, left arrow, and then we're going to do basically the same thing we did for the right arrow. So we're going to go into motion and do point in direction, but instead of pointing in direction 90, we want it to point in direction negative 90, or left. So then we're going to go into the data section, and we are going to do change X by -1. So we're going to change that to -1. Alright. So we'll play. But isn't that kind of weird? Our cat goes backwards when we press left. Alright, let's fix that. So let's stop the program there, and we're going to go into the little eye circle right here, and we're going to click on that, and we want to click on this one. So that way, when we turn right and left, it'll turn right and left. Alright, perfect. So remember, that sliding is a little bit weird, but we will fix it. But that'll come in at at the end. Alright. So now let's program the up arrow. So we're going to go into the control section, and we're going to grab this if block. We're going to take that. We can just put it right under this if block. Alright, and we're going to go into sensing, and we're going to grab this touching block. We're going to grab this, we're going to go into operators, and we are going to grab this AND block. So we're going to take that, and we're going to put it in there. And then we want to go into the light blue sensing category, and we want to grab this up arrow key. We want to grab this key block. Oopsies. Try and get it in there. There we go. And we want to change this to up arrow. So now we are going to grab this touch and color block, put it in there. We're going to click on the color to get that eyedropper, and then we're going to click on the color of our ground. The reason we are doing this AND block, so you can't just jump when you're already in the air. You have to be touching that color to jump up again. Alright, now we're going to go into the orange data section category, and we're going to grab this set block. We're going to drag that out, and we're going to change it to set Y, and we're going to do 10. You can mess around with that. The lower you go, the less high it'll jump. The higher you go, the higher it'll jump. But let's just try that out, jumping. So that's about as high as it jumps. Yeah. But look at that. It still is kind of sliding oddly. And if we jump, and we can go right through the walls, and if we jump, it can get stuck in this thing right here. And yeah, we do not want that. So, what we are going to do is we're going to fix that sliding right now. So to do that, we are going to grab this sets block, and we can bring that right here, and we are going to go into the operators section, and we are going to grab this divide by block. We're going to bring that right into that little hole, and then we're going to go back into data, and we want to grab this little X dot and put that in one side of the hole, and then the other side we want to do 1.1. That'll stop it from sliding, or it should. There we go. Now it doesn't slide anymore. It slides a little bit, but not too much where it's weird. Alright. Perfect. Alright, but if you notice, it's not jumping. It's not always jumping. We can fix that. Alright, so first of all, let's find a starting place. So we're going to go into the motion, and we're going to grab this go to block. Drag that out and put it right under the show. And we're going to pick a starting point for our character. It can be anywhere you want it to be. Mine is going to be at the top of the screen. So if you look at the coordinates down here, put your mouse where you want it. And as you can see, it says the coordinates right down there. So this says negative, so right here, it is -7 and +122. So I'm going to type that into there. -7 and +122. And then when I press start, that's, oh, the ears are touching the top, so it's stuck in the black. You know what? My cat's a little big. I'm going to make him a little bit smaller. To do that, I'm just pressing the shrink tool, and that's pretty good. There we go. Awesome. But again, he's not always jumping, which isn't very good. But, just stay with me and we will fix that. Right now, we are going to add a few more blocks. To do that, we're going to go in, Okay, so we're going to go in the motion category, and we're just going to grab a few change Y by blocks. Not set Y to, but change Y by. So with the first one, we're going to put it right in between these two. And we're going to do -5. I'm sorry. -0.5. And then we're going to grab this another change Y by block. Gonna put it right under that if, and we're gonna do it, keep it positive, and we're gonna do 0.5. Now let's see what that does. So it'll stay on there, but that way we can jump whenever we want to. Oh, and also, we can't go through the floor, which is really good. But if you notice, we can go right through that if we jump on the side, and we can go right off these edges. Well, we're going to do something called making a block to fix that. So to do that, we're going to go into this purple more blocks section, and we're going to click this make a block. So we are going to grab this run without screen refresh, and we're going to call it check for walls. check for walls. Alright, so now we're going to define what check for walls mean, or say what it means. So we're going to go into the data category, and we're actually going to make another variable. You can call this variable whatever you want. I'm going to call it Carly. But you can seriously call it whatever. It doesn't matter what the name is. Alright, you can do OK. And you're going to grab your set block, and you're going to drag it out there. And mine is, here, I'll zoom in for you. So I do set Carly, as it is at now, so set Carly. We want to set Carly to 0, and it's already like that, which is good. Alright, we're going to go into the control section, and we're going to grab this repeat until block. We're going to take that, and we're going to drag that out. And what we're going to do is we're going to go into the operators category, and we are going to grab this OR block. We're going to take that, drag it out, and then we are going to actually stay in this, and then we're going to grab this not block, and also this more than block. So we're going to take that. Oh, by the way, this one is with the arrow pointing this way. So yeah, it's the more than block. We're going to put that in that other hole. So then we're going to go into the light blue sensing category, and we're going to grab this touching color block. We are going to drag that out into the not block. And we are going to click on that eyedropper there, and then click on the color of our ground. Then we are going to go into the data category, and we are going to grab a Carly, or whatever you named it, and we're going to put that right on that one side, and we're going to do on the other side, we're going to do 10. Alright, so that means it will keep doing it until it is touching ground, or the Carly equals 10. But it doesn't really know what Carly is, so yeah, we'll figure it out though. So what we want to do is we want to grab this change by, and we're going to do change Carly by 1, or whatever your block name is, and then we're going to go into this motion category, and we're going to grab a change Y by block. And we're going to do change Y by, and we're going to do change Y by 1. Alright, that's all we need in there. Now we're going to grab an if block. So we're going to go into here, and we're going to grab an if. And we're going to go back into operators, and we are going to grab another more than block. Drag that out there. And we're going to go back into data, and grab another Carly, or whatever you called it, block. And we're going to bring it right out there. And then we're going to set the other number to 10 as well. Alright, now we want to go back into our motion category, and we want to grab this change Y by. We're going to take that, and we're going to bring it out here. We're going to do change Y by -10. So then we're going to grab this, and grab back into the controls, and grab an if block, another if block, and then we're gonna say in here, and we're gonna need not an if block, an if else block. So grab this if else block, and then we're going to go into sensing, and we're gonna do this key pressed. So we're gonna take that, put it right in there. And we're going to change it into up arrow, so if up arrow is pressed. Then we're going to go back into the control and grab another if else block. And then for this one, we're going to go back into operators, grab this more than block, and we're going to go into data, and we're going to grab this X for the other one, we're going to call it 0. So if x is more than 0, then you want to grab the set block, and you want to set x to -10, and then we're going to grab another set block, put that right under in the else category, and we're going to have this say +10, or just 10. Alright, now we're going to go back into control, and we're going to grab another if-else block and put it in that else category. So, with it in there, we're going to go into the operator section, and we're going to grab another more than block. So we're going to take that, bring it right out there, and we are going to go into the data category, grab this X, put it right there, and we're going to do 0. So then we're going to do set, so we're going to grab the set block, and we are going to go into operators, and what we are going to do is first we're going to grab this minus block, and then we want to put that right in there. Oh, by the way, you want to change it, not curly or whatever you do, you want to change that to X. So you have that minus block. Sorry, this gets really confusing, but and it's hard to explain, but it needs to be done. Basically, what it is saying is it's making sure if it is on the wall, it'll not go past the wall. It'll just stop at the wall and bounce back. Yeah, that's the best way I can explain it before, without getting into stuff too complicated. Okay, now you're gonna grab this multiply box, and you're gonna put it in this first circle. Then you're going to go into data and grab this X, and you are going to put it onto that side, and then the other side, it's going to be -1, so -1, and then 2 on the other side, and then for the else, you're going to grab you're going to do the exact same thing. So what you can do is you can really just duplicate this block, which I will do. To duplicate, you're going to go up here, click on this stamp, then click on the main block, which is the orange part, and it'll duplicate. Then you're just going to put it right in the else section. And that should wrap most of it up. But now we have that defined, but we don't know what it's supposed to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the more blocks category, and we're going to grab this checking for walls, and what we're going to do is we're going to drag that, and we're going to put it right after this if else right here, and right before the set x to x divided by 1.1. Right before that and right after the if else. And yeah, that should be it. Let's test it out. So let's start it there. It'll move. You can't walk off the screen. Oh wait, you can. What? Alright. Let me see where I went wrong there. So let's take our cat out. Yeah. Huh. So let's go back on our coding and see what we did wrong. Alright. Okay. 1 second. Alright. We did do everything right, just sometimes there can be some glitches. Yeah, so up here you may not want this. To get rid of that, just go into the data and take these check marks off. So yeah, that is how you make simple gravity. It is not always the best, but it works. It's better than nothing, so yeah, that is simple gravity. Alright, hopefully you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope it helps you with your game. So yeah, bye.